How's it going, everyone? In today's video, we're covering everything new that got added on this latest version of iOS 18.4 Beta 2 for the developer beta. And so in this video, we're not only going to go ahead and cover its new features, new emojis that got added, performance, and more. And so timestamps and everything will be in the description down below. So compatible devices, nothing changed here. Exactly the same on any iPhone that could run iOS 18. We'll be able to run this latest version of iOS 18.4 as soon as it gets released. And along this update, other devices also receive a beta update as well, as iPadOS also receive the new beta 2, macOS, tvOS, visionOS, and the Apple Watch as well. Feel free to pause it right there if you want to see the complete list as well as the building lot number. So here it is installed on my iPhone 16 Pro. Now the first thing changed can be located on the dynamic island. If we go and launch the voice memo app and start a recording, if we go out of here, it just slowly moved the microphone icon to this side over here, where previously it used to have been all the way to the far right, just awkward, right next to the battery percentage of your device. But now it actually has its own little cool dedicated spot, I guess one will say, and it does like a nice smooth transition. Now we did receive new emojis for this update, as here they are right here on your display. So we got a new splash purple goo thing, a tired face, a shovel, a stick or a tree, a fingerprint, a harp, and beats. And if we type in something like splash, here's that new purple splash one I was showing you earlier. So we finally do have the new emojis. In addition to that, if you have like an older iPhone, like an iPhone 15 that we have right here, there we go. Now you can tell it's a 15. Vision Intelligence is now available. If we lock our device, unlock it, and we go into our settings, and then, yeah, I was already looking at it earlier. If we in the setting page, if you go down to the action button tab, here we now have, again, visual intelligence. And by selecting this, now we finally have the freedom to use the action button to immediately launch Apple Vision, or Vision Intelligence, I should say, which on newer iPhones is typically powered by this little side button that grants us access to that new Vision Intelligence feature from Series with Apple Intelligence. And this basically just scans products and tells you exactly like what it is in the example. So if I scan this to give you a real world demo of how this works and tap search, it's going to use Google reverse search imaging and then try to select the case that I just took a picture of, which needs improvement because all this is wrong, but it could also be my fault. I just took a bad angle. But if it's something obvious, oh, there's the actual case right there. But if it's something obvious like a translation, like translating this language on a sign, it will immediately do it without any issues. But when it comes to odd products like weird shaped things, it could give you mixed results. iPhone 15 can now utilize Apple Vision Intelligence. Additionally, if you launch Control Center and you go in your customization tab, you also have the ability to add Vision Intelligence onto this as well. As you can see, you can now add it as a shortcut instead of using the action button on the side if you don't want to do that. So Apple did give us the option if we want to use our action button for something else, and you can also increase the size to the Apple Intelligence Vision shortcut as well. Now, if you have the Apple Vision, there is now an Apple Vision Pro app that you could launch on your iPhone. I returned mine, so I don't have access to this app. I didn't want to keep that overpriced VR headset personally, but I do plan on buying it again when the price is right. But $4 for that was not worth it for me, but I do not have the Apple Vision app, which is now its own dedicated one. That will be automatically added if you have it paired to your Apple account. Additionally, by launching the Photo app, Apple will now pop up with a new window over here. When you first launch the Photo app after updating, I noticed this new splash screen will pop up showing you like exact specifications you could request for if you're trying to narrow it down. Like they have an example, a black and white cat or a sunny beach. And then when it comes to Apple Intelligence notification features, Apple did give us a new toggle we can now toggle between. On the main page on your iPhone, in your settings app, if you scroll down to the notifications, in the prioritized notification, Apple gave us an additional toggle right here. As now you can now enable individual apps if you like to utilize this prioritized notification. Before it was just fixed to prioritized notifications. Now you could go down and actually select the certain apps you wanted to have this ability and the ones you don't. And then when it comes to updating your apps, if we go into our App Store and we select our profile, And if you scroll down, you know, you have the ability to manually update your apps. Now we are given access to pause our updates, kind of like what we were able to do back then. I guess Apple re-added this feature where you can just tap pause or resume, all personal preference. Just something interesting and I want to highlight that Apple re-added. But in terms of performance numbers, I did do a Geekbench for both the CPU and the GPU. Oh, and also before I updated, so it was a 1.3 gig size update, which wasn't crazy. The previous one was like about 7. But the Geekbench score before I updated was 3400 and a multi-score 8500. And I did do the Geekbench score one more time. With the beta update, we do lose a little bit of performance in the single core, but this also could be caused because the phone was kind of hot before I started it. After the update, it was kind of warm, so that might have altered the performance, because even on the multi-score, it's kind of down by 100 as well, which, keep in mind, 100 doesn't really do anything in terms of performance. So this was likely just caused by the heat that it generated. And then when it comes to GPU score, our GPU score did score 32,000. And now if I go ahead and back into Geekbench and we do a Geekbench score right now with our GPU, here it is, run GPU, and then wait like 4 minutes. So it looks like also on the GPU test, we got lower numbers as well. So 32,000, oh, never mind. No, we did get slightly higher numbers. Again, no performance loss, really, noticeable performance loss or increase. Everything's just about 100. And then temperature wise, we did reach temperature, it looks like around 87 Fahrenheit, which is ideal to the previous test result too. So there's no thermal issues, problems with this new update. So this one's safe to say that it's safe to download for beta 2 for iOS 18.4. In terms of any animation bugs or issues, everything's been pretty good to the most part. Animations is smooth, especially with the volume slider transitioning from blue to white now, where previously it was kind of like glitchy and stuttering. This one's been pretty fine to the most part, at least on my 16 Pro. But other than that, there you guys have it. That is everything there is to know about iOS 18.4 Beta 2. Now, keep in mind, the public beta version should be released sometime next week, so hopefully March 10th if everything goes accordingly. But the official release, when this will become available and ready for everybody else, Apple worked out all the bugs and stuff, should be sometime in April. So no exact date as of yet, but it's likely the more betas we get, once we get the RC version, that's when we have a dedicated, guaranteed week at least, when the official version will be released for everybody else. So there you guys have it. That is everything you need to know about this latest beta version of iOS 18.4 Beta 2. If you enjoy these quick updated videos whenever Apple releases a new update, be sure to let me know by leaving this video a like, as those really do help out the channel, but also let me know that you enjoy this type of content. If you have a question, if you would like to know where I got this wallpaper or what band I'm using on my Apple Watch Ultra, they'll also be linked in the description down below for you. Thank you so much for watching.